I'm very happy to be here. And I think this is, after 2 years of waiting time, this is a repetition of something that I saw in 2019. I came to UBC to be part of the research day. At that time, I was not yet in UBC. And 2 years forward, now we have this gathering here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the last 2 years. And this has been very special years, as you can imagine. And I think what James indicated very wisely is summarized in our vision. This is to advance a regenerative biosphere with a circular technosphere. So the concepts of circularity is becoming very important. And if you think about it, there is no other solution to fossil carbon in the creation of bioproducts of the future if it is not with plant-based materials. So in the Bioproducts Institute, I think we have advanced a great deal in the last 2 years. And before I give a little bit my introduction and report to you the activities, I want to dedicate this meeting to a very old, great friend of mine, Mikhail Balakhin, who passed away last week, one of the best lignin chemists. And I just wanted to make you aware of his passing. So I dedicate this to him. So in the Bioproducts Institute, we have the staff members that have worked very hard during these 2 years. We meet every day to really make sure that we have an ecosystem that operates in the best possible manner. And here you can see some of the faces, so kudos to them. Then we have divided the scientific trust in themes. And we're going to hear about those themes after my little talk. But notice in the bottom, we have added as a primary objective to do research in material development in parallel to the development of the social, techno-economical, and environmental impact analysis. That is very important, and nowadays is a mandate. And then we have principal investigators that are affiliated with BPI. Not all of them are active, but this really signals the capability that we have here in UBC. I would say one of the biggest ecosystems for research in the area of bioproduct development. So I think we should be very proud of this. So one thing that I want to tell you is a little bit about our initial investments that we thought are very important in what we need to do in the future. And what you see here is a list of different infrastructure that we have secured in the Pulp and Paper Center or Bioproducts Institute. And here we give a lot of emphasis to water management. You can see that in the bottom. We're looking into new drying technologies. Also, the area of textiles has been very important nowadays, the wood to wear, and that's what you see on the far right. Pulp molding, very important in packaging, and new ways to produce webs out of fibers, as you see those in the left. So we have been very lucky to receive funding from Pacifican to put all this infrastructure in place, and now it's almost operative, all of them. If we look at the numbers, you can appreciate here what has been accomplished in these last 2 years. I think we should say with pride that this has been really an amazing 2 years. You can see by the number of applications, publications, external funding. So really it has been an interesting ride despite the pandemic time. Then we have a number of awards that I need to highlight. I think it's very important to really celebrate our faculty and their accomplishments. We have Emily Cranston, Sean Manfield, Shatao B., Jack Sadler, Mohammad Ashman, and you can see some of those accomplishments. I think this is a luxury what we have here. Faculty that are really, really great on top of the game. And also maybe a special mention to Feng Xiang, who has become very popular in the recent weeks. He has secured about 500,000 views from his work in the area of foams, working with the First Nations. So this is amazing, the impact that we have locally. Then the visibility of BPI can be exemplified by the number of professors that have joined us on sabbatical tenure. Here we have some examples of the recent professors that have been active and very engaged with the BPI. And this is just going to grow bigger and bigger with time. So it's great that we have this international and local standing with professors that come from other parts of the world to work with us. Then we have something that has been very important from day one, is the creation of the Boreal Alliance. So we're founding member of this initiative with the organizations that you see in the bottom. The picture that you see on the right is the president of Aalto University in Finland and the CEO of VTT doing the signature with UBC and other organizations to create this Boreal Alliance. Essentially here, what we propose is that big challenges, as the ones that James indicated, require really international cooperation. So this is already active, and many initiatives have already started with Finland, with Sweden, with Switzerland. That has been really quite nice and effective. Then we have a number of developments in one way or the other in our facilities because there is access to infrastructure or because we help a number of companies to secure funding and to get started. Here you can see a list of the different startups and spin-off that have been in collaboration one way or the other with BPI. This is really amazing, and I think reporting this, I think, should make us very proud. And then we have the EDI mission in the way of the different students and faculty that are engaged with the BPI. So really, many things have happened in these last 2 years that show the operation, the effectiveness, and our mission to the future. I think I will leave it here, given the short time. But I will leave this slide here that shows all the smiling faces of students and faculty. This was a get-together summer this year. And what I envision now coming out in the future is to have more of this. So far, the BPI has been looking inwards in the staff members to create the ecosystem. But in the coming years, what we need to do is to connect more deeply with all the students and faculty in such a way that we have a very good group of people working together in collaboration. And I think that will be one of the most important parts in the coming year. Today we have examples, as you will see here, 72 posters of the work by the students. And we have 200 registrants today. So this is really an amazing opportunity for us to showcase the BPI. I will stop here, and I think now we have Lindsay, who will come to introduce theme 1 and then all the rest of the theme leaders. Thank you.